Hello, this is my DVD collection. I've been meaning to do this for a good while now, and I'm just now getting around to it. I've gotten a very fair amount of DVDs over the course of a couple of years, and I've got a good amount of horror VHSs, and a surplus of DVDs separated by decade. We've got 2000s up here. I cannot find my copy of Nope right now, so that is, when I get to that, that'll be missing. But I suppose I'll start with this shelf, or could start with my comedy shelf. This here is my action and superheroes and fantastical. Say with the Wizard of Oz, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. We've got my Quentin Tarantino movies. We've got my Buddha statue, to which I will rub the belly of the Buddha for good luck. I suppose I'll go through my VHSs first here in this shelf. We've got one of my favorite childhood movies. I used to watch this one a ton when I was younger. I love The Goonies. Very reflective, very pretty spine, very pretty spine. And then I like that beige background. You can kind of see my Smiths album in the background there. Let's open this puppy up. There we go. We've got the VHS tape for The Goonies. Wonderful, very wonderful. And now we'll move on to, we've got a copy of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly with Clint Eastwood, classic. We've got Casablanca. Then we've got E.T. the Extraterrestrial, a wonderful classic, directed by Steven Spielberg, one of my all-time favorite directors. I've come to find that he's a director who definitely loves movies. Sometimes he has something to say, but he's definitely more of a creator who loves movies. We've got Hook with Robin Williams. We've got Footloose. I also have a copy of Footloose on DVD, and a copy of E.T. and Casablanca on DVD, and Goonies as well. If I can find those quickly, then I will show that as well. Probably can if I put a solid effort into it. Well, I'll carry on. Then we've got Footloose, a copy of Footloose with Kevin Bacon, Diane West. Great movie. I love Footloose. I would be devastated if I couldn't dance in a town. Evil. Forrest Gump, of course, a classic with Tom Hanks. Beautiful movie. Love Forrest Gump. And then Tom Hanks going down the back. Oh, what a wonderful movie. Slightly sun damaged label here. That's okay though, because I've still got this label, or this side at least. So good. Pretty in Pink. I've yet to see this John Hughes movie, but I do know it is a John Hughes movie. I've also got The Breakfast Club, if I can find that, which seems to be a theme. Oh, wonderful. Here we go. I've got a John Hughes movie right here on DVD. The Breakfast Club. Wonderful. I love Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club was my sort of intro. Outside of Home Alone, Breakfast Club was my introduction to John Hughes's films. And he's a pretty cool guy. I've yet to see this, but I know that Molly Ringwald is in this movie, and she's also in The Breakfast Club, so that's wonderful. My friend Elliot recommended that movie to me as well. It's ironic, he's a DVD, and it's just that his DVD player has the screen like stained pink, and so whenever he watches Pretty in Pink on DVD, it's pink. Like, that's pretty funny. Anyways, Top Gun. I seem to have all of my Paramount movies lined up. I did put Footloose in backwards, though. It doesn't seem to be sun damaged on either side, so I don't have to preference a side. Move on to Home Alone now. Another John Hughes movie. Love Home Alone. Classic. I was at the record store the other day. I was thinking about getting Home Alone 2, but pretty expensive. Ooh, I did. I think I'm gonna keep it on Kevin. It's iconic, or Macaulay Culkin's iconic Scream. Then we've got Batman 1989 with Michael Keaton, who is also in the wonderful movie Beetlejuice. Da 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 da. Here, right there. And I've also got Beetlejuice on 4K as well, and Blu-ray and digital. Wonderful, beautiful, beautiful. I love the back. I do prefer the 4K over the DVD, even though the DVD does bring me a lot of nostalgia, because this was my introduction to Beetlejuice when I was about 8. Love this movie. Love it, love it. Alongside one of Tim Burton's other classics, Edward Scissorhands. Now that I'm showing Batman and other Tim Burton films, I might as well get on to my Tim Burton films with Edward Scissorhands. What a classic! What a beautiful movie. Makes me cry all the time. I watched this with my girlfriend not too long ago, just to show her the movie I love. This is my kitty cat Mozzie. She's so pretty. Okay. Put that back. I've got The Corpse Bride as well. Love The Corpse Bride. I got this at Goodwill for $2.99. Not bad. Johnny Depp voices Victor, and I forget what her name is, but she's famous. She's in oh my gosh, that's right. She's in Sweeney Todd, and she's also the character, the actress of Bellatrix Lestrange in the Harry Potter series, which is awesome. I'm really interested to see the direction of the new Harry Potter series coming out, and who they recast for Bellatrix. That's going to be really interesting. Corpse Bride. And then, of course, we've got The Nightmare Before Christmas. Love this movie. I've also got The Nightmare Before Christmas on VHS. If I can manage to get that out, which I can. Of course. Here we go. Beautiful. We've got The Nightmare Before Christmas. What a fun movie. One of the most beautiful stop-motion films of all time, if not the most iconic stop-motion film. And we definitely would not have Leica if it weren't for the likes of The Nightmare Before Christmas. And Tim Burton had wonderful oversight, because you can see his vision in it, for sure. Here's the movie. Loosely, I used to think this was a Tim Burton production for a long time, just because... Oh, it is from the director of Night Before Christmas. Is Tim Burton associated to... I always thought he was, but I could be wrong. My cat Jinx is meowing really loud, but that's okay. I don't know. Well, I'll end up looking that up, or if anybody in the comments wants to tell me, yeah, wonderful. And then I'll carry on with putting Beetlejuice back up here, and showing you my copy of Batman 1989. I went on a bit of a tangent because of Michael Keaton. Love Michael Keaton. Also love Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson is a wonderful, wonderful antagonist, and he plays Joker phenomenally. I think he is not the best Joker, in my opinion. I think that's not a very hot take, considering we've got the likes of Heath Ledger, and we have wonderful voices like Mark Hamill, and this VHS tape. It's so classic. I love that Warner Home Video and the yellow around the black. It's iconic. What a beautiful VHS tape. Bit sun damaged on this side, but that's alright. Then we've got the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy. Batman Begins. Beautifully reflective. I got this one brand new and sealed. Same with Dark Knight Rises. Dark Knight I got used, which is okay. Still reflective. You can tell it's a bit used, but the movie is fine, and I love the DVD quality regardless. Prepare to be wowed. Yes, it is definitely a wow sort of movie, so that is not like hyperbole. They were definitely, yeah, good movie. Love Heath Ledger. Tragedy what happened to him. I just recently saw 10 Things I Hate About You, so it's insane to see him go from that to this. I also like this song. That's good song. Anyways, Dark Knight Rises. Yeah. And then Bane, Tom Hardy. Can't believe Tom Hardy was Bane. It always throws me off. Then we've got the Christopher Reeve Superman movies with Superman Returns. I don't know who the actor is in Superman Returns, but I'll check. Really Brandon Ruth. Brandon Ruth, I don't know, but Christopher Reeve is my personal preference. I love Christopher Reeve. So to be a really, really good Superman, I meant to say. He's a really good Superman. I love how campy the first few are. I've yet to see Superman 3 and 4, but I have seen the first two. And I saw the Richard Donner cut because I went to the Quest for Peace. Donner cut. I have not seen the, what's his name? There's Donner, and then there's that other guy who released his own more cinematic cut of, or no, I think Richard Donner wanted that. I don't know. I'm probably LARPing if I start talking about that, but I do know that there's two different versions. Anyways, there's my DVD copy of Casablanca. I could compare and contrast the VHSs here. Hopefully, actually, I hope that this is not a color version of Casablanca. Okay, it's not. Good, it's not. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so I'll put that back. Maybe you had to actually put that one inside the VHS player. Let's see, okay. We've got The Godfather. Careful about The Godfather. Scarface with Al Pacino. Yes. Very reflective. I got that one sealed. Shawshank Redemption. I also got this one sealed. Wonderful movie. You could sort of tell which movies I've gotten sealed and taken good care of. We've got The Green Mile. Love The Green Mile. I remember getting this sealed too. It was a Fred Meyer copy I got from Goodwill sealed. Then I'll move my Buddha statue over here and I'll put it in front of ET. Alright, now for my Quentin Tarantino movies. I am actually a big fan of Reservoir Dogs, and I love that line where it's like, where he asked the waitress to, or he said like play him the world's smallest violin. I don't know, maybe I'm LARPing, but I do remember that line, and I remember it being semi-iconic. Here is a truly iconic movie, though, with that fake Bible verse, and Uma Thurman as Mia, and John Travolta as Vincent, and Jules, Samuel L. Jackson, and we got Bruce Willis in this movie. That's fun. I've always loved how iconic the poster is. In fact, I've got my own poster. Then, this has always been very beautiful. Very beautiful. And then I'll open it up because it is equally beautiful on the inside. Like you. And, you know, we've got Vincent here. We've got Jules. I'm gonna rotate him. Yeah, there he is. There we go. And this is during the very iconic scene where he's talking to Brad, I believe his name is, and they're intimidating them. It's a good scene, iconic even. And then we've got Bruce Willis's character, who's sort of like a fighter champion in this movie, and he accidentally kills somebody, and it becomes this whole matter where like there's this like big guy named Marcellus Wallace, and he tracks down Bruce Willis's character, and they get kidnapped by these couple of like blue collar redneck workers that are like these like Confederate flag racists that like kidnap people and then like sodomize them. Bruce Willis being like, you know, this like ex-Marine or in the military or in war or in Vietnam, I'm not sure, with the ring that up his butt, had saved Marcellus Wallace and created a truce. And he's all like, Zed's dead, baby. It's all this iconic movie. Anyways, that's Pulp Fiction. We've got Jackie Brown. Another iconic movie, Kill Bill, with Uma Thurman. Pretty sure the DVD is cool, so I'll definitely open it. Yes. So cool, very cool. Right, now for Kill Bill Volume 2. And Inglourious Basterds. Django Unchained. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. movies. And then back to the feature. Sort of would call this my iconic movie shelf, you know, the blockbusters of the 80s and 90s and, you know, Tarantino action films. Plenty of people lined up to see those, but this is iconic with Robert Zemeckis writing and directing. Or did Steven Spielberg direct with Robert Zemeckis writing? I believe so. Regardless, it's a great movie. We've got my horror movies. We have 50 horror classics. Now I will say there's only about, say, 3 to 4 horror movies that personally stand out to me as ones that I have liked and watched before. I've yet to see Little Shop of Horrors with Jack Nicholson, but that is awesome that he's in that. There's a couple of Vincent Price films in here with Boris Karloff films as well. I saw there's Metropolis, Night of the Living Dead in black and white. I put my copy of Night of the Living Dead and my color copy of Night of the Living Dead. I prefer when a movie that was originally intended for black and white is in black and white. But I did put the black and white copy inside of the copy of Night of the Living Dead. I'm not skipping over my copy of Vertigo. I've yet to see this movie, but I'm excited to because it is an Alfred Hitchcock classic. And then I think the DVD's pretty cool, so I will show you. Solid red. No, that is still cool. We've got my Stanley Kubrick collection, which is awesome. Oh, I forgot to put Lolita away. I've yet to watch Lolita. That's the only movie I haven't seen. I've heard it's mediocre. That's why I put it back without even really caring about it. Just kind of evil because it's still one of Stanley Kubrick's movies. But here, gives me a chance to show you the inside. We've got Lolita, 2001: A Space Odyssey. I love 2001: A Space Odyssey. And it is infinitely rewatchable in my opinion, although some will find it a bit boring. And that is completely fair, but if you stick through it, and you appreciate the plot for what it is a beautiful and very thought-provoking film about human evolution. Really cool. Highly recommend if you haven't seen it yet. We've got A Clockwork Orange. I will say that guy Alex, who is, I forget who he's played by. Who is he played by? Well, I know that Alex here, in this movie, he is so insanely psychotic. Watch it, but be warned that there are some definitely graphic scenes within this movie and depictions of horrible things, but I think it is done tastefully because I believe that certain topics can be discussed in film if done in such a tasteful manner where it is implied rather than depicted. And I think A Clockwork Orange manages to be very vague with how horrible the crimes of what he has done is, but to still frame him as the very person you would want to see or not want to see put into governmental experiments. But it's really interesting, and it's reflective of a very interesting past in different programs that would try and desensitize. But Full Metal Jacket. I think this is one of the most iconic Kubrick stare films. I forget the character's name, but he does this truly terrifying face, and I absolutely love it. And of course, The Shining, which I've got 2 copies of The Shining, strangely enough. Might as well show them now. I've got The Shining on DVD, and The Shining on DVD as well, but with a copy of Dr. Sleep. And that's The Shining again. Barry Lyndon, I've yet to actually sit through it completely. I did sit through it once, but I didn't fully pay attention. I've seen Eyes Wide Shut multiple times, though. I love Eyes Wide Shut. And I think that it is, it has a lot to say. Definitely. Stanley Kubrick is one of those directors who had something to say with each of his movies, and each of them represented a theme. And that, and it's in and of itself sort of brilliant. Love that. This is just extra content. I think a documentary on A Clockwork Orange. So that should emphasize how interesting A Clockwork Orange is as a film. Cool. And the rest of the video is this. Just kidding. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Now I'll show this shelf just because I love this shelf. And I was working on it. But anyways, here we go. My copy of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I'll open it too. Show you the disc. 2001: Space Odyssey with some DVDs and the. Yeah, there we go. Briefly. Sorry. Okay. I'll take out. Then we've got my copy of The Exorcist on 4K. I believe that there is a Blu-ray in here, but if not, that's so devastating. Oh wait, no, I don't think there is. Let me check. I really do hope so. No, that's right, they're both 4K. Oh. This is there's the version that you've never seen that I think that is behind here. Oh no, this is the standard edition, but this is 4K Ultra HD. And then we've got, yeah. Okay, well, interesting. Sad. How sad. But it's alright. And we've got my copy of The Exorcist 3. I love The Exorcist 3. I was surprised how much I enjoyed The Exorcist 3. I didn't think I would, but honestly, it was really good. If it'll focus in, hopefully it will. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, then we got. This is a classic. I love Rocky Horror Picture Show. It is insane to see Tim Curry transform from here to the likes of Pennywise here. It is quite the contrast. If it'll focus here. I'll look at Pennywise here. I guess noticeably similar facial complexions, but otherwise it is so insanely interesting what contrast and range this actor has. But where is it? Oh, there we go. Trying to put it back. It back. Alright. Now we've got a classic with a very simple, iconic poster. Jaws. 4 Jaws. Beautiful, beautiful. And I guess while I'm at it, I might as well show. I'm trying to get it to focus. Oh my gosh. Might as well show my copy of Jaws: The Revenge. Just got it today, actually, for $1, which makes sense. Yeah. A shit movie. Anyways, Jaws. And then, then we got Alien. Iconic. I got this one sealed, so it's going to be really reflective. See that beautiful, beautiful copy of Aliens. I think the DVD is going to be, I think the DVD is very... So cool. Okay. Now for Aliens, which I was so interested to find out that James Cameron made this sequel as opposed to Ridley Scott, because I really liked Ridley Scott's contained vision, but I really like how James Cameron kind of adds on to the mythology of the xenomorph and its loyalty to the mother, and the element of war is really interesting. And a lot of my life I thought that it was called Alien 2, not Aliens, but I don't mind that distinction. Predator. Classic with Arnold. Nice. Very nice. Then we've got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Classic. I've got a Blu-ray steelbook here. Classic. So cool. Look at that disc too. Look at that. So cool. Then I got this today. So happy about this find. I've got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, which I sometimes do prefer over the original because it is fairly funny and it has charm. And Toby Hooper is still attached to it. I love when sequels have that directorial continuity there. It almost robs sometimes the art if there isn't the same director, which we'll get onto that soon because Elm Street with Wes Craven's issue. Showed you The Shining and Doctor Sleep. I will show you now. I did actually show this one, so well, never mind. But I do got it. Got every theatrical It release, even though the 1990 miniseries is not technically didn't have a theatrical release. It was an HBO miniseries. But then we got the HBO series, It Welcome to Derry. Also, it might have been ABC miniseries. I believe it was an ABC miniseries. I'll just grab out these two. No biggie. We've got. I do personally prefer the original It, so I've got that one on DVD. Then I've got this It 2-film collection. Show this. Which is so cool. And then I won't show those just because it'll be difficult to get those out and put them back in. But I do got here, so I'll open this one here. It Chapter 1, It Chapter 2. Okay. Oh, oof, that'll creep me out on the camera for a moment there. Very effective. Bill Skarsgård is a very effective Pennywise. Then we're moving on to very iconic slashers, the likes of. I almost skipped over John Carpenter's classic, The Thing. Love The Thing. And the poster. Such an iconic poster. Love the poster. And I believe the DVD is very simple too. Yes. I do love when the DVDs have some sort of print. I love that. Halloween. I do remember that this one has a face, Mike Myers' face on it, which is really cool. Yeah, there it is. So cool. I did get this one sealed as well, so it should be a bit reflective. Ooh, yes. Yes. Very nice. Then we've got the sequel, Halloween 2, and then we've got, I do love the sequel. The sequel has always had a special place in my heart, but the third one, I love their direction of an anthology series. That has always been so interesting to me. I wish they would have taken this direction some more, but that might just be a hot take. I love the plot of Halloween 3 and the idea of government programming during seasons like Halloween. But then we've got moving on to the Terminator, and since I've got the Terminator out here, I might as well grab my copy of Terminator 2. It's on VHS, so it's not. I'll see the T1000 on the other side. So cool. Or is it the T100? Sorry, apologies. It's T100. Correct me in the comments. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I've got 2 copies of Terminator 2, which is awesome. Thinking of trading my other copy in. That would be fair. But Terminator. And then did I get to... I feel like I did. Yeah, I did. Whatever. Anyways. We got Gremlins and Gremlins 2. I do have Gremlins on DVD here. I've been meaning to get Gremlins 2 on DVD just because I really like the cover art for Gremlins 2. Gremlins. Then we've got the full Nightmare on Elm Street series, excluding the remake, because who gives a shit about the remake. The first 4 films, and then the 5 through 8. I will show all the discs out because they're so cool, just lined up. Okay. There's the first Nightmare on Elm Street, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, and then Nightmare on Elm Street 3. 4. and then 7. Okay, and then I'll show the disc for Freddy vs. Jason too. I guess I'm showing that first on accident, but it has this really cool like rainbow. So cool. And then we've got Nightmare on Elm Street 4, 5. We've got Freddy's Dead. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I haven't really talked much or spoken about how I feel about the Nightmare franchise, and I will tell you that I really like the Nightmare franchise. I will say, first is my favorite. I don't mind how homoerotic the second one is. I think that it was something that made the actor incredibly uncomfortable, considering he was closeted at the time, and it was subtle in the script, but I don't mind it. I think it stood the test of time in its own right, in the same regard that maybe even Rocky Horror Picture Show have, to a very lesser degree. Then we've got Nightmare on Elm Street 3, which is when Wes Craven was more heavily involved in the production, and had even written the original script before it was heavily re-edited and turned into what it became. But then we've got this iconic, is when it became the perfect blend between comedy and horror. Love a Nightmare on Elm Street 3. And Patricia Arquette is iconic. I was so sad that Tuesday Night replaced her in Nightmare on Elm Street 4. But these 3 are not bad. They're just, this one is arguably pretty damn bad, but they all have their own charm to them. And then New Nightmare is a great little meta commentary on what this franchise had become and, its flaws. Freddy vs. Jason, there we go. I'm going to put all these in the case now. Okay. First one. Okay. I'll do that afterwards. And then we've got Hellraiser. I do have the rest of the series, except for 2. But, it's not that good of a franchise, to be honest with you. I do like the first one, and I think that Hell on Earth and Bloodlines have soul in their own right. And then I really like the Labyrinth in the second one. That's probably my favorite. I also love the guy coming out of the mattress. That was really interesting, really cool, iconic. Little Shop of Horrors. This has always been a personal favorite of mine. I love Rick Moranis and anything he plays in. I got a copy of Spaceballs, and it was the disc too, so that sucked. One of these days I'm gonna get Spaceballs and watch it. We've got all the Chucky movies, excluding any of the Chucky series. Duh. I was trying to think if there was there was the Child's Play remake. And we've got The Lost Boys. Classic. Then we've got my Evil Dead movies. I'm still working on getting Evil Dead, the original Sam Raimi classic. Bruce Campbell. Love Bruce Campbell. I like the DVD because it shows Ash. Ash is so awesome. So, Then we got Army of Darkness. Love the poster for Army of Darkness. I have the VHS, and I wanted to get the DVD because I prefer the poster for the DVD. Even though this is the poster, if I take out the poster that's in this, you can kind of see the ends of. But yeah, it's a fun movie. It's not the best Evil Dead movie, but it's fun. It's campy, and it's enjoyable. Then we've got another John Carpenter classic, They Live. I will say that drawn-out fight sequence was so fucking boring and made me feel like the film was a little amateur, but I did love the concept of the movie. Then we've got my VHS copy of Misery, which I got the other day. I got this for $2 instead of $10. What a steal. I should say I got Jaws the Revenge here for $1. Go figure. And then we got Silence of the Lambs. I'll grab Silence of the Lambs here just because I love Silence of the Lambs. Classic. Okay, there we go. I'll show you guys the VHS. Oh, shoot. That's not good. I hate when VHSs do that. It's very scary to the case. but there's what the VHS looks like. So cool. Put that back up here. That's alongside Misery. And there's another set of A Nightmare on Elm Street, Alien vs. Predator, which is a really cool comic, so I'll just show you all that. Dark Horse Comics, that's right. That's really cool. I think it's sick. So cool. So cool. But, there it is. Alien vs. Predator. Cool little comic. It's inside the DVD. My good buddy Ryan got it for me. Awesome possum. So cool. I will say this comic and all these illustrations are thousands, leaps, billions beyond the quality of the movie, because they're just so damn dark you can't even watch them. You know, gotta get a flashlight to get to watch even the goddamn movie. Not to say that Alien and Predator are bad. They're good on their own. Just when they're together, it's just like they just make the room dark as hell. I don't know. It's this whole thing. Anyways, let me put this back. That's not good. Okay. Alright. And then, once we've conquered this shelf, now we'll move on to the shelf with, we've got Silence of the Lambs on DVD with Hannibal, we've got Red Dragon, we've got the Scream series, 1, 2, and 3, I love Scream. Scream 4, of course. We're missing Scream 5, but there's space for when that I find that. I've got a Scream 6. Not going to be getting Scream 7, or maybe I will, you know. We got the Matrix. I've got the other Matrix, but I just prefer this one, so. Got the Blair Witch Project, a classic. I like how somebody kind of marked it there. It looks like one of the witch symbols in the forest. And we got Drew on. I watched this the other week. It was a little scary. I liked it. I didn't know there were 18 of them. American Psycho with Christian Bale, Jared Leto, Willem Dafoe. Got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. I remember this scaring the shit out of me. Michael Bay is attached to this one, so, you know, whatever. We've got A House of a Thousand Corpses, Rob Zombie. I've got multiple Rob Zombie films. We've got Halloween. We've got Halloween 2. This is a blockbuster film, so I'll actually grab these both out, actually. Might as well. We've got Halloween, and we've got the blockbuster Halloween 2, even though it's shit. Awesome, though. So cool. And then we've got, I've actually got another blockbuster film here with the Butterfly Effect. I believe this was a blockbuster, is it not? Oh no, I'm just thinking because of the Infinite film. Oh, that's okay. I do have plenty of blockbuster films though here, like Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah. Anyways, we got The Ring. Not the biggest fan of The Ring. I prefer Ringu. Final Destination 2. I think America has a problem with taking Japanese films or foreign films and then making them American films, and then making these like cheap carbon copies that just feel sort of soulless. I don't know. Ring has always felt sort of soulless to me. That might be a personal thing. I know a lot of people found love out of it. We got Final Destination 2. There's the DVD. Exorcism of Emily Rose, okay. Yeah, that's right. Pan's Labyrinth, The Conjuring. Always thought this poster was very effective. Still missing Nope. Just because it's in a box somewhere, because I moved. We've got Us. Brightburn. Black Phone. And then we've got The Matrix on VHS. So cool. So very cool. Love The Matrix. Love, love, love. Okay. And I guess now we'll move on to some of these up here with A Quiet Place. It's actually just the second DVD to American Gangster, which is like, what the hell? Then we got my friend Ryan got me this one. Freaking classic Evil Bong with Tommy Chung. So why not? We've got a Tim Burton film here with Monster House, Dark Shadows. get to see that one. It never really struck me as a good Tim Burton film. It sort of seems like his flop era, as one might say. If I could get that back here, Shaun of the Dead. It's so classic. Cracks me up. Ooh, I just caught 2 DVDs. Uh-oh. Look at that. Gotcha DVDs over here. We got Monster House. Iconic. Remember that scaring me so much when I was younger. Shaun of the Dead with Simon Pegg. Gotta love him. He's so awesome, possum. He was in The Boys as Huey's dad. That's cool. Quiet Place. Again, yeah. Shining. That's all of them there. There's some Stephen King. It. Talisman. We got Dr. Sleep. And The Green Mile somewhere. Oh, there it is. Christine, The Green Mile. And then, for horror movies I haven't shown yet. Well, here's my VHSs that I haven't shown yet. A fistful of dollars. And we've got Jurassic Park. Got my comedies. I should have shown my comedies. Superbad with Michael Cera and Jonah Hill, and I forget the actor who plays McLovin, but he was also in The Boys recently. Same with Michael Cera. Then we've got the Lego Movie. We got my cat. Meow. We got all the Lego movies that have gotten a theatrical release. Lego Movie 2, The Second Part, Lego Batman movie. Love the Lego Batman movie, infinitely rewatchable. And Lego Ninjago movie. Then we've got Batman Forever in Spanish. Because why not? You know? Then let's see, I'll kind of cherry pick some of my favorite VHSs here. We won't go into the boring ones. Mousy, you're a little bit in the way. Okay. Okay, there you go. I've got 2 Charlie Brown films here. Or specials, I should say. It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. And we've got, probably. And then we've got It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Or sorry, I meant the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. It's The Great Pumpkin is that one beforehand. Then we've got Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And it was Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee did it all along. Or not Christopher Lee, Christopher Lloyd, I meant. I did rewatch Gremlins 2 the other day. That might be one I'm thinking of. Christopher Lee. Okay. Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. Sick. Then Men in Black. Scratch to High Heavens. We got Speed with Keanu Reeves. We got Gladiator. Russell Crowe. We got Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. But we got the original International Man of Mystery. I have the whole trilogy. I just don't know where Spy Who Shagged Me on DVD is right now. But I do have it on VHS right now, so good. And then Goldmember is in, it's over here. Go grab it. Yeah, there it is. Oh, there. I've got the rest of the Hangover trilogy, but I don't know if I'm going to show it. Goldmember. There it is. We've got Ted with Mark Wahlberg. Dude of many hate crimes. We got Ted, voiced by Seth MacFarlane. This is just a Family Guy movie. It's good though. Not hating on it. But I don't like Family Guy. I do. Then we got The Hangover. We've got Big Lebowski. Love. It's just such a great lineup of classics. We got Rush Hour. regular. We got Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, Young Frankenstein, Mel Brooks, and Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder's also in this movie. Blazing Saddles, it's a Mel Brooks film as well. And then, I'm just on the vein of classics, classic dramas. Yes, I've got Pretty Woman here with Richard Gere and Julia Roberts. I was going to say Richard Pryor. That's not Richard Pryor. We've got Dirty Dancing with Patrick Swayze, I believe. And we got Die Hard with Bruce Willis. We've got every Indiana Jones movie except for Dial of Destiny, but who gives a shit? And then we've got we got The Karate Kid. We got The Pianist. And we've got La La Land. And we've got the whole of Courage the Cowardly Dog, which is so awesome. And yeah, I'd say that's about it. Just back over, show the shells. Yeah.